Today I'm with Chef Amerigo at Gem. Great to see you again. We'll ask you a few questions if you don't mind here in your beautiful kitchen.
It'll be a pleasure.
First one is, I see on your website that you refer to yourself as the first restaurant of its kind in the world. Can you tell us a little bit about what that means?
Yes, so, well, already we happen to represent a very long history because with Mr. Lorain, this is happened to be the fourth generation of their family, and they choose to open this restaurant in Bangkok where his daughter, Marine Lorain, she's actually here operating and responsible as a front of house. In the kitchen, we want to represent all the story of their recipes, but we do it by rewriting those recipes, not just moving a restaurant from France to another country. No, we want to take this background and try to express it in a new way through the terroir, through the land of Thailand where now we are.
Does that involve using local ingredients in a kind of French style and creating something a bit unusual?
Definitely, yes. So we really try to sourcing as much as possible here, and it took us a few years to adjust to it, and then we basically think to how recreate certain recipes with local ingredients that happen to be new to us. So is both exciting for me in the kitchen and for our staff because we really get to play around with new products, but also for our guests because whether they are Asian or Western, they will have a touch of surprise in each dish because they will either find it familiar in terms of some memories for the Western one, but they will not recognize the product, or on the other side, if our guests are Asian, they will think like, oh, this is something that I eat every day, but I never eat it this way.
Standing here in the kitchen, I can smell what smells like a beautiful beetroot, and there's some beautiful purple powders around. I'm going to ask you what you're doing here because I know a lot of people, and myself including, are spending more time eating plant-based meals. Mm-hmm. How are you finding, and this looks like a plant-based menu to me, perhaps, item.
Definitely.
How are you coping with this new move to plant-based dining?
To me is at first was a challenge, but after it became something also to explore, and then it brings me new techniques because especially when it moves to raw vegan, normally in those kind of cuisine there are really different techniques that then enrich also our cuisine.
Can't visit like I'm sure he loves to do in the past. Are you having lots of Zoom meetings with him discussing how are you keeping in touch?
Normally we always have like meeting, Skype, or we call each other, and over the years he trusts me more and more, I guess, because we work together, and also because myself I know more and more about the family history. So now it becomes much easier when it comes to creation because I just suggest a recipe or creating things or how to adjust some of his classic, and then it's very much just a discussion, and I can send on the recipe if you want to try them in France, and so he can give me his feedback.
Very good. And any final words for our Tatler readers around the world?
Well, welcome back. I hope you will be carving for coming back to have some fine dining after 3 months that you were locked in your house, and that's it.
And enjoy the beetroot gnocchi, I think.
Yeah.
Thanks, Amerigo. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.